In this video sequence, we are going to be learn about System Verilog and UVM through APB protocol. APB is the one of the part of AMBA family. Advanced Microcontroller Bus Architecture AMBA family consists of widely used in system-on-chip designs. AMBA specification standard is used for designing high-level embedded microcontrollers. It provides technology independence to encourage modular system design. Next, the notable point is it is minimizing the silicon infrastructure. At the same time, it encourages the reusable peripheral devices. That's the specialty of the AMBA family. In this AMBA family, we are having variety of buses. That is one of the advanced high-speed bus, that is advanced high-performance bus, that is AHB, and advanced peripheral bus, that is APB. The specialty of the APB is then it is retained the support of simple and low bandwidth peripherals. Once again, I am repeating. APB is advanced peripheral bus, which is coming under AMBA family, which provides and retained for support of simple and low bandwidth peripherals of any microcontroller. So let me take a look about APB, advanced peripheral bus in AMBA family. Okay, APB is coming under AMBA 1, AMBA 2, AMBA 3, AMBA 4. Okay, here parallelly APB is traveling. APB 2, APB version 1.0, APB version 1.2. That is the difference. In AMBA 2 APB and APB 3, APB 4, that can be classified as APB, APB 2 or APB 3 or APB 4 or APB 2.0. The main notable point is P ready and P sliver and P port, PSTR OB, that is the difference. The APB mainly used as a general purpose register based peripheral such as timer, interrupt controllers, UART and IO ports. Optimized for minimal power consumption, reduced interface complexity. That is the main advantages of APB. And then another one thing is non-pipeline protocol. APB, every fast transfer takes at least 2 cycles, setup phase and access phase. That is the unpipelined architecture. We are having 2 space. One is setup phase and access phase. That is the 2 phase. Each cycle will have 2 phases. And APB interface to any peripheral that are low bandwidth do not require high performance of a pipelined bus interface. And at the same time, it is connected to the system bus via bridge. With the bridge also we can able to reduce the system power consumption. It also easy to interface. APB provides low cost interface that is optimized for minimal power consumption and reduced interface. APB can interface with AHB, advanced high speed bus and advanced extensible bus, that also can be interfaced with the APB. That is the another specialities of APB architecture. Okay, let me take about APB master. APB master, there is a single bus master on APB. Thus, there is no need for an arbiter, and master drives the address and write buses and also performs a combinational decode of address to decide P select signal to activate. Next, P enable. It is also responsible for driving P enable signal to time the transfer. It drives APB data onto the system bus during read transfer. Okay, this is the master functioning of APB. Okay, in APB we are having P select signals and P enable and P address, P write and PW write data and P clock and P reset and peripheral bus. That's why the word P added in with all the things. P or read data, P read data and every signals having P in front of the port name. And system bus slave interface, APB master slave interface. Okay, APB, when APB act as a slave, APB slave have very simple and flexible interface. The exact implementation and interface will be depend on design style employed and many different options are possible. In this, two signals are main, which mainly protect the lost data while transfer of data is taking place. They are pre-slaver and P-ready. These are the difference. There are versions of the AMBA family. Okay. When APB is slave, the same thing, P select, P enable and P address and P write and P reset and P clock and P write data. These are the thing. And read data, P read data. These are the ports of when APB acting as a slave. Okay, APB master and slave communication is there. Okay, that is the connectivity. Next, operating states. What actually happening inside the APB bus? First, ideal state. Okay, P select equal to 0, P enable equal to 0. When transfer is occurring, P select is 1, P enable is 0. Next, no transfer means the same state. If P select is 1, P enable equal to 0. When P ready is 1, then P enable equal to 1. P ready equal to 0, automatically it will be P ready equal to 1. This P ready equal to 1 and no transfer. This is the 3 state which helps the operating states of APB protocol. Ideal, this is the default state of APB and setup phase and access phase. That is the 2 phases are there. One is setup phase, access phase and ideal phase. For 3 conditions we are having. And when what happen in write with no wait states and write with wait states, write transfer with wait states. These are the timing diagram. Read with no wait states and failing write transfer, read transfer, write followed by read, error response. These are the items we are having and advantages of low power and latch address and control, simple interface suitable for many peripherals. These are the main advantage of APB architecture. In daily, let me discuss about AMBA family in the APB elaborately again and again. Okay, let me enter into the coding part.